Do you crave exciting sports takes and news? Fed up with the same old boring voices you hear on the radio? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you just might be a TBloomaholic. Lucky for you, it's time for another episode of the TBloom Talk Show, the #1 sports podcast in the world. Settle in, my TBloomanites, because another episode starts right now. Live from TBloom headquarters, here's your host, TBloom.
What the fuck?
Who are you? I'm like, you know who I am. Let's just get one thing clear. He'll be here when he gets here, I will let you know. Okay. What the hell we got going on here?
That's a fucking damn
Let's see,
good question.
Who's that right? Is it Sir Charles? Is that you? Let me get this thing on.
What the hell do we have going on here, bud?
What's going on, Sir Charles? I am your friend and co-host for the day, Blake Laser. Unfortunately, TBloom.
Blake Laser, of course. God
TBloom has
okay.
a little bit of traveling issues right now. He's caught up in some traffic. He will be here when he gets here, but until then, he has asked me, his good friend Blake Laser, to step in and run this show because the show must go on. And quite frankly, it ain't a show without Blake Laser. I'm surprised it's the first time he's had me on. But without that,
I'm not.
Excuse me?
I'm not. Look at this. Your hair's all unkempt. What is this? You just show up on camera.
This
hair
is $1,000 due.
$1,000.
We don't want to step off on the wrong foot. We got a lot of things to talk about.
Right.
We will not step off on the wrong foot right now.
Blake. All right, Blake. Oh,
okay.
God. All right. B and C.
The goddamn beat. You're damn right, Sir Charles.
The TBloom Talk Show.
The B Laser Talk Show for now. Let's get it right now.
My bad.
But it's the first time I'm meeting you. How are you doing, Sir Charles? Let's start this off on the right foot.
Man. I'd be doing better if the fucking Reds and Nationals could score more, but we're here.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about that, TNC. Yeah. I mean, you got TBloom.
Oh, I'm sure you watched. Everyone watches, so I know you watch, because who doesn't?
Of course I watch. I mean, I see everything. Watches. I mean,
it's 3-3, actually. I'm feeling better. Anyway.
3-3. It needs to get over 9.5. TBloom's looking like he might have something here.
He might. It's lucky. On
TBloom. You got his ass last night. He ain't too happy about that.
I got
that right now.
You missing a finger there, Blake?
I got a little Band-Aid on my finger. Don't worry about it. It is what it is.
Sorry. Just,
will you get me a water, Sweet Cheeks? Yes. With ice, please. I'm okay with Red's apple for now. Thank you, Toots. Okay, well, we got a lot of stuff going over. TBloom tells me we got to go through the AFC East championship, or just the whole AFC East. Am I right there?
Pretty much, yeah. We got to go through it all. We got to, talk about all the crazy moves that happened.
Mm-hmm.
All those big guns the Patriots brought in. I mean,
well, is that where you want to kind of start out with the goddamn Patriots?
I mean, sure. This should be quick. What did they do?
To my knowledge, I'll be honest with you, they didn't do a goddamn thing. And I know football.
They got Juju. Oh, Blake Laser knows football. Ladies and gentlemen, don't have any doubts about that. Blake Laser knows football.
One thing I know is football.
Yeah, he knows football.
But I should have been the South Kakalaki quarterback, but that's a whole different story.
He could throw a pigskin a quarter mile back in his day.
Half a mile.
I'm sorry.
That Uncle Rico character is based off me. Yeah. And I'm in the process of suing for royalties. But let's just get off that.
Okay, yeah. Anyway,
let's get off that.
Let's look at some of these big free agent signings. Okay. We got Mike Gesicki. Yeah. You know what? Tight ends go to New England to die. First of all, what happened to Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry? They go there to die. So I don't care who's playing tight end. They're not going to do anything. James Robinson, running back. This might be a good move. I'm excited about that. Juju Smith-Schuster, who, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Juju did a big mistake leaving the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He did.
Some years
I agree.
Ago.
Absolutely. And that's it. They lost Damian Harris. They lost Jacoby Myers. They lost Jonnu Smith. They lost Devin McCourty. I don't think this team did anything. I mean, I know they drafted some guys, but
I'm going to agree with you right there. They didn't do a goddamn thing, and this is just like Bill Belichick. I mean,
I know, stubborn old son of a bitch.
Absolutely. I mean, a complete miserable offseason. I know a Patriot fan, and trust me, the man is overwhelmed every single year because they don't do a goddamn thing. I mean, the biggest movie they made in the last 5 years is getting Juju Smith-Schuster.
You're not wrong.
And letting go of Brady.
I mean, hey, Jonnu Smith was great before he went to New England. Hunter Henry was a good tight end before he went to New England. Nothing there, man. I don't care about what they do. And they're going to be at the bottom of this division. I'll tell you that much.
It is looking that way.
It's a scary division.
It is. It's a very, very tough division. This is
probably they looked at the Jets
in football.
They might be. It's going to be close this year. They looked at the Jets tooling up and they said, you know what we should do? We should sign Juju.
We should tool
down. That's it. Oh, that's it. We should tool down. Exactly. You know
Mm-hmm.
what? Let's tool down.
Mm-hmm.
Go against the grain. That's the Belichick way.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's actually going to have his defense playing offense this year and offense playing defense.
The only thing that these Patriots seem to do is find a goddamn good, decent running back every single year. I mean, the year before, last year, it was Damian Harris, and then now this year or last year they had what's his nuts, Rashard Stevenson.
Yeah, Ramondre Stevenson.
Ramondre. I mean, it's the same goddamn thing. In my
all right,
book.
Watch it, Blake. Watch it, Blake.
You know, this is the Blake Laser Show. I say what I want when I want. TBloom, he knows what the deal is. This team can find a goddamn running back like a fucking person can find Where's Waldo in a Waldo book. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just kind of like that.
I don't know. That's a pretty hard book. You can find Waldo?
Goddamn, you know what I mean, Sir Charles. This team knows how to find a running back.
They do. And they got James Robinson, who I've been a fan of. I know he hurt himself, tore his ACL, whatever. Every running back's torn their ACL at least once by now, right? I mean, he's back. He should be healthy.
I tore 3 ACLs just this morning getting out of bed, boy. I tell you what.
You look like it. Oh, fucking A. So,
gist of it all, this is going to be that same Patriot team I feel like we've seen the last 3 years.
I don't know. They might pick up a win against one of these teams in New England, but I mean, it's really hard to make a case for them to beat any of the 3 other teams at all this season.
You know what's interesting?
Go 0-6 in their division, which
this is the first year in a long while that the Patriots might be last in the division.
Oh, it's happening. The first sure. Belichick, I think he's done. He's going to be so sad this year that he's just going to he might hang himself. He might, breaking news.
I'm going to tell you that the last thing Bill Belichick's going to do is hang himself. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. He's like, dude, I've done my business. I've done it all, seen it all. This is my way out.
He should have just retired when Brady left, but no. Look at him now. Look at you now, Belichick. Your winning percentage is just.
One thing I will say is Mac Jones. It's all on him this year. If he cannot develop and be that quarterback, I mean, there's no way that he was going to pan out.
No, he's just not. He's not.
One of
he
those
got put in the frying pan and he burned. He's burnt around the edges now. By the end of this season, fully charred. Fully charred like a goddamn burnt brisket on a Sunday afternoon. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, man.
So yeah, we got the Patriots out the way. Ain't nothing more to say about them. I want to go over right now. I want to talk about them goddamn Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Now this is a team who did pretty good last year, but I think they were underwhelming in terms of their record. They played a lot better than what their record showed, and you got to think that it has to do with the quarterback. I mean, God, Tua's a good quarterback. Great quarterback. When he's on the field.
We thank you. Exactly. Yep, right there.
This guy can't stay healthy at all. It's like he's going through a goddamn TLC match every fucking Sunday.
Did you see the news? His IQ before this season, 120. After the season, 73. I mean, those fucking head hits. It's not good. I know it's not looking good.
He's out there,
but
he's out there one-handed.
Football, it's instinctual. So I think he's gonna come. It's gonna come back. And just in case they brought in Mike White from the Jets. Mike White.
Did they sign to the Dolphins?
He is right here under veteran additions. So boom, Mike White. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this right now, Miami, you're going to need a lot more than Mike White, and Blake Laser is 100% available. Yes, I am 42.
Of course, Miami. I mean, you're already down there most of the time anyways, so it makes sense,
I spend a lot of time in Miami. I got the tsunami business going like a son of a bitch. Insurance is booming.
Not to mention all the cocaine. I mean, it's so easy to sell down there. It's like,
Charles, will you just calm down with that shit, man? I mean, this is going online.
Oh my God.
He's completely just kidding. There ain't no goddamn cocaine in Miami. Ain't none of that in Miami since Pablo Escobar died, okay? I swear to it.
Yep.
But if you guys need a quarterback, you know who to call, baby. Blake Laser, I'm here. I'm ready to go. I got a cannon. I ain't been thrown in 19 years. Been saving up, been warming up. Shit. But anyway, let's get more involved into this Miami Dolphins.
They brought in some other guys. They brought in Braxton Berrios, Robbie Anderson, Jalen Ramsey. Of course, he hurt himself, meniscus tear. He's out till December. But I think they'll be better simply if their quarterback can stay on the field, like you said. I think if the quarterback stays on the field, they're an 11-12 win team. Their offense is ridiculous. If they end up getting Dalvin Cook, I mean, I don't know where he's signing yet. There's been rumors about it.
Can you see my chest here, Sir Charles? Is my chest here making it in the cut? I want you to understand.
For sure. No, not quite. You need to lower the camera a little bit.
A little lower. I mean, TBloom just got this thing so goddamn high.
He's so focused on the head hair, you know.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, there we go. For the ladies out there, keep going. Keep going about that.
Yeah, so no, I like Tua stays on the field. They're an 11-12 win team, I think. I don't know. I mean, maybe not. He maybe, like I said, that 73 IQ gets to him. He doesn't know what he's doing anymore. That awareness goes down. And they're sad they lost Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know, he's a good quarterback. But
I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Fitz magic, baby.
Fitz tragic as far as I'm concerned. That guy couldn't tell a fucking goddamn ping pong ball from a butthole. You know what I mean? One thing that really gets me excited about this Dolphins team, one thing that they absolutely needed, was they needed an identity on defense, and they didn't pick up a player to do it. They picked
lost
up
a lot,
goddamn
though.
Vic Fangio, been a DC since 1983.
Whew.
Coach many, I mean, you remember Vic Fangio in those 2010, 2014 Niner days? Well, that was some of the best defensive football ever played back in the day.
Hey, man, he knows if you put him in the right spot, he can make some stuff happen. I'm not a huge Vic Fangio fan.
Really?
But
why is that?
I don't know. He was not one of the. I like a lot of the guys that came out. You know, I love Robert Saleh. You know, Jets. He's a big fan of Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh, of course. I mean, who doesn't love
Mike,
a good old Robert
McDaniel?
Saleh?
D'Amico
How do you feel about Mike?
I like Mike. He's weird, but I like him. You know,
quirky.
He's like a weird dude. Quirky, yes. Small for a football coach. You know, just. Generally small, skinny
never played a snap in his life.
Definitely
sure, outside of a
majored in like analytics or something like that. You know, absolutely. He was the guy that they was getting shoved in the locker. You can tell by the narrow shoulder span. You know, he was just an easy target.
Oh yeah. Okay,
but yeah, no, they actually lost a lot of defense. Shaq Lawson, Kyle Van Noy, Kemi Gruber-Hill. I mean,
1 second, Sir Charles. We have just gotten word TBloom has showed up to the building.
He
is here right now.
All right.
He will be with you in just a moment, folks. Go ahead and hold on. And for those who don't know, again, my name is Blake Laser. Blake Laser Car Insurance, Home Insurance, and of course, Tsunami. You can find me online. Just look me up. Miami Dolphins, hit me up if you need a QB. I'm sure you will by week 2. But with that being said, thank you for having me on the show, Sir Charles. Good to meet you. I hope to see you soon in the long run. And I'm
gonna call you about that quarter pound. All right,
God damn, keep it down. He means quarter pounder. That's what he means.
Yeah, quarter pounder. Yep, delicious.
Right. See you guys in a second. Oh, TBloom will see you in a second.
Goodbye, Blake. That fucking guy. Can you guys believe this? Oh my goodness. You know, he's like your coked up drunk uncle. Shows up, stays for 2 fucking weeks, and won't leave. Oh my goodness. He doesn't have a place in Miami. He spends a lot of time down there because it's warm and it's easy to be homeless. Don't let him fool you. Fucking crackhead. All right, where's TBloom? Oh, you know, you got to watch the shows you do with these people. You end up doing a show, Blake Laser, unexpectedly. Here you are talking to yourself. TBloom. This is not TBloom. This is a confusing day. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What's going on?
I don't know. Who's this?
This Charles. How's it going? Charles the 8th here. How you doing?
Oh, Charles 18.
Yeah. What's up?
How did you come across that name?
I'm the 8th. I'm literally Charles the 8th. My dad was Charles John Spice. I'm Charles John Spice. Fucking 8 in a row. Oh, looks like a good sandwich.
No, nothing but the best for me.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's cool.
Yeah. Different. What the hell?
Okay, you need to get out. Dude, no. Come on.
Anyway,
let's
about
go. Hey,
this
come on.
Hold on.
shit
What
going
what is that? What kind of sandwich is that for the people? Can you break down what's on that sandwich?
This is ham and Swiss.
Classic. You can't go
Little bit
wrong
of
with a classic.
mayonnaise.
Sir, you need to leave.
Yeah.
Sir, we need you out, okay?
And honey. It's
Huh? Oh wow.
raspberry honey bread.
Wow. Okay. That sounds
Only in Washington.
Nation.
William
Oh,
Bloom, ladies
fucking
and gentlemen,
Christ.
thank you for showing up. I appreciate you so much. A ham
It's
sandwich
really good.
by my dad. Can we come on?
ham sandwich.
Hold on.
Delicious.
Wow.
Out this way. Right this way,
That
sir.
way?
Yes, sir. Please, right this way.
The same way I built the house?
Same way you built it. Yes, exactly. Holy shit. Sorry about that, Sir Charles. It was a hell of a fucking traffic.
This fucking show is off the last 5 minutes. You should definitely watch that when you get a chance. That is that's some interesting.
Well,
content.
how did you feel about
Nation,
Blake
yeah.
Laser? Was Blake Laser?
Dude, I mean, I told that you can't do. I don't know, man. Next time you got to sobriety check him before he comes on camera, man. That guy's all over the fucking place. Just,
Eyes bugging and all.
all over the place, man. That guy. Yeah.
Well, I hope he was able to talk at least some good football with you. Is that the case?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. He might be playing quarterback for the Miami Dolphins by week 2. Yeah, he had the camera low. He was showing off his chest hair. I think he only had one button in that shirt. It was fucking sight.
That sounds like him. I mean,
fucking laser. Yeah.
The show had to go on, and he was the only guy in
It's
town,
gotta
so I
be.
had to go with him.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You
could have went with fucking William Bloom there, man. He looks like he knows some football.
That guy couldn't form a sentence to save his life at that point.
He formed a sandwich.
He formed a sandwich. He did form a sandwich.
He formed a sandwich.
There we go. Okay, let's
What do
get
you
back
know?
on track. Where were we about? Who did we cover?
We were breaking down. So we've covered the Patriots. We're like tailing off the end of the Dolphins here. Basically, if Tua's good, the Dolphins are good.
Okay.
They didn't do much on defense, but that offense is crazy. So
Did you hear about Vic Fangio?
I did. Yeah. I was like, I'm not a huge fan, believe it or not. It's probably a shocking. I mean, I like him, but this other guy, I don't know. He's
All right. I thought that was going to be. I thought that's a good booster to their defense.
I think he will help their defense for sure. I think he's gotten a little overrated, maybe over the last. I mean, he did some good. It's been a little while since he really had an elite defense, I believe.
I think that 2018 Chicago defense was pretty good.
Yeah, it was 5 years. I mean, I'm just saying, it's been a little bit,
Right.
It's a what have you done for me lately league, man.
That's a good way to put it. Absolutely.
We'll see what he can do.
Yeah. So what are we on? We're on the we did the
we got the Jets and the Bills left, basically.
Let's go. Want to go Jets?
We could do the Jets. This is
Okay.
So
pretty simple stuff right here. I mean, Aaron Rodgers literally taking them from the worst.
Rodgers? What? No way. I was looking at Adrian Amos. They got Rodgers? I'm sorry.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I'm just
Rodgers. Yeah. Fucking
the big Packers acquisition, Adrian Amos.
This team literally went from worst to first with the addition of Adrian Amos and Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, there we go.
So I mean, the defense is already there. Defense is already set in stone.
Yes.
It's a matter of their offense last year. And obviously Mike White, he did the best he could with what he had. But he's not Aaron Rodgers. So
no. And Zach Wilson still sucks. We just saw.
Zach Wilson didn't do bad last night.
Yeah, he was okay. He doesn't look like a second overall pick, and all day he never will look like that.
No, he doesn't
So
look like
it's
that
just
at all.
hard to watch him because you always compare him to that,
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
what it is.
So yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers, he's got a lot of talent around him. Garrett Wilson comes to mind. You think about the addition to possibly Dalvin Cook, but even then they don't really need
Brees
him.
Hall.
They got Brees, and they have I like Michael Carter as well. I think he's a good.
I like Michael Carter too. I like him a lot actually. Yeah, he's one of those guys that I don't think gets the credit. He's a good running back.
Yeah,
solid.
Yep. They got the elite receiver Randall Cobb right there.
Oh, Alan Lazard too, just bringing the whole Packers team with him.
Fuck.
He said he needed receivers, the same ones he had in Green Bay.
That's what's so funny.
That's what's fucked up, dude.
He's complaining about receivers, so he goes to another team and brings his whole receiving corps with him.
Okay, he wanted his, but more also. He said, I still want my receivers, guys. Hold on.
Give me more.
3rd and 1, I need Randall Cobb to run a slow slant. I'm going to throw it in his stomach, and he's going to catch it,
for a 3-yard gain on 4th and 10 or 3rd and 10.
Every time.
Fucking didn't they pick up a good tight end? Am I missing something with that? Or is it still Uzmazada?
I think it's still Uzmazada unless I'm they have Tyler Conklin, but he was he's not. That's a restructure.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe I thought they might have got someone big name.
Anything either. I mean, they traded Elijah Moore, obviously. Braxton Berrios went over to the Dolphins. James Robinson left to the Patriots, but Sheldon Rankins. But besides that, man, they didn't lose really any. They lost some depth on the offensive line. They just added. I mean, they added. And I think they're going to be a fun team to watch. I like to watch Aaron Rodgers. I don't care who he's playing for. It's a good Hall of Fame legend quarterback right there. You watch him while you can, absolutely.
And I think this is kind of like that. I mean, obviously, I don't think he is what he used to be. Clearly, I mean, no one's going to be what they used to be when they're 38, 39 years old.
Tom Brady comes to mind, but
right, yeah, but that's the anomaly.
Absolutely.
So they already have the defense behind. This is kind of what I just said at the beginning, but they have the defense already. They just need that offense that can score 24, 25 points consistently. And I think that gets them to at least 10 wins. I have them going just over that, but I think they have the recipe to get at least 10 wins and have a very comfortable route to the playoffs. No fucking problem, dude.
I agree with you on that. Like, there might be some growing pains, like you said, so the record might not reflect how good this team is by the end of the year. Because there'll be some bumps for sure. It's just going to happen anytime a quarterback has been on one team for so long, different team. It's going to be, Brett Favre Jr., he's going to the Jets. So, but like, I agree with you. They get into the playoffs. They're not a team you want to see. I promise you that. Aaron Rodgers knows what he's doing in the playoffs, even if he doesn't have all the rings to show for it. He gets to the championship game a lot. He just can't.
Loves doing it. And this time he doesn't have to play the Niners.
No, he doesn't. So he's in luck. He'll have to lose to them if he makes the Super Bowl because they're winning it. Obviously, who else would win the Super Bowl? Okay, Kyle Shanahan coming out talking about Brock Purdy looks fantastic. This guy is the real deal. Already fine coming off that elbow injury. I love to hear it.
Man, I'm gonna say a
full year of Brock Purdy.
I'm gonna save my comments for when we do that. But I think. When they do get in the playoffs, the one thing that I look for in a playoff team, if they can go far, number one, do you have an experienced quarterback? And Aaron Rodgers has a ton of experience. And number two, do you have an elite defense? Double check that. Assuming they keep up with the same trajectory that they had going into or from last year. So yes. I like the Jets, man. It's hard not to like the Jets right now. Revamped. They got what's his name, bald-headed Larry over there. Yeah. Making sure that teams. I think Robert Saleh had a good season as a head coach last year. Was that his first
culture,
year?
I think, around. Yeah.
Was this first or second?
Might have been his second. This is his 3rd year, I think. Yeah, because DeMeco Ryans is there for 2 years. Yeah.
Okay, yep. Yeah. So coming into his 3rd year, he's really instilled that tradition, I guess, that the way he wants to have his team. So we'll see.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to touch on with the Jets right there?
No, but I think they're going to be a fun team to watch. I'm really excited to see how they turn out, obviously. Absolutely. Always been an Aaron Rodgers fan. It'll be fun, man. It'll be a good one.
Absolutely. Okay. So now we have the Bills. Buffalo Bills, baby. I mean, this is their division to lose. Will they lose it? I'll save that for the end. I'll save that for the end.
Yeah.
I will say, I think a lot of people are, just because of the way they went out last year, are underestimating Josh Allen. That dude is still top 3 quarterback in the league, arguably number. No, he ain't better. He ain't better than Mahomes, but he's arguably the second best quarterback in the league. And I 100% would be comfortable with him being my quarterback at any time he's on the fucking field for your team. Your team's got a chance to win, so you should feel lucky, Buffalo, and I know they do, that he's your quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They pretty much got the same offense.
Yeah, they didn't change. They brought in Damian Harris. You know, it's weird. I've noticed watching these teams, there's been a lot of running backs just changing teams in the same division. Like, they all kind of just switched running backs around.
Huh.
Kind of strange. But Damian Harris, I like him. But what was it? James Robinson changed around, and there was another guy also who went from, who was it? Where was it? Oh, now I got to go back and find it. Making me go back.
I'm making you fucking prove to me.
Making me go back. That's fine. I'm looking. Through all the free agent signings. Yep, James Robinson.
While you're looking, I think this is the exact same offense they had last year. They're running it back with Diggs. I'm not sure on the whole specifics that went down with like him and Josh Allen. I don't know what could possibly have went wrong between them, if Josh Allen's a prick or if Stephon Diggs is a prick. It's kind of looking like Stephon Diggs is a fucking, don't want to say a diva, but I mean, receivers are divas nowadays. And, I got something to talk about with George Pickens when we do the AFC North. But yeah, I don't know what went wrong in that relationship or whatever, but I was looking forward to but I was perhaps thinking the Bills were going to go out and snag another weapon. Why didn't they? Gabe Davis ain't it.
They should have, for sure. I agree with you on that. And okay, it was only the 2 running backs. I thought Singletary stayed in the division also. I was wrong about that. My apologies. Okay. They brought in Poona Ford, defensive tackle.
How about this? Elijah Mitchell and Jeff Wilson staying in the he just went to another Niners coach. Fuck what I'm saying. Keep going.
You're good. I know what you're talking about, though. But yep, absolutely. But Poona Ford, I like him at the defense. He's just a big dude. They got Leonard Floyd. He's older, obviously, but he's good. Taylor Rapp, a good situational defensive back. I mean, they made some solid additions, just nothing that
did lose Tremaine Edmonds.
Yep, I was gonna say they lost Jamison Crowder too, which I know he was not on the field a lot, but when he would have those big breakout games every year playing the slot where he would just go off for 10 catches, 150 yards.
He would have been the perfect fucking receiver for Aaron Rodgers if he would have stayed with the Jets.
Yep. Yeah. You're not wrong. Yeah. But I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. Isaiah McKenzie's gone too. I didn't realize they lost Isaiah McKenzie. Yeah, and Devin Singletary. I mean, they lost some pieces.
Those guys are replaceable, I think. I mean,
yeah, they just didn't really. I mean, Damian Harris is good, but he has a different skill set than what Devin Singletary does. So,
Damian Harris.
Yeah, big difference. But the wide receivers they brought in, I really don't like as much as the wide receivers they left either. Trent Sheffield, Deontay Harry. I don't know. That's my only concern. Their wide receiver depth has been an issue for years. If Stephon Diggs gets hurt, what happens?
That is true, man. And that,
I mean, you're in trouble. And he's been hurt a couple times. And I mean, they've found ways to win games, but it's gonna be different this year with, I don't know, Isaiah McKenzie. I liked him.
It just baffles me that they didn't bring in another fucking weapon.
They drafted wide receiver Justin Shorter in the 4th or 5th round, but I mean, that's not a needle mover.
That's not a needle, at least not yet. I mean, obviously anything could happen, but you're not banking on a fourth round guy to take you to the promised land, or that definitely better. Not.
Yeah, it's a bummer, man. I guess they should have made something. I mean, that makes you wonder, why aren't they in on like DeAndre Hopkins, those kind of guys? Why aren't they right there, at least kicking the tires? You don't even hear anything about the Bills.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all that you mention it. It kind of sucks. I will say this: I do really like their coach. What's Sean McDermott or Doug McDermott?
Yes, yeah,
Doug McDermott.
I like him too. He's proven to be a really, really good coach. I mean, consistent, and one of those guys that's just become kind of a stalwart there. And I think he's gonna end up there a long time. He's gonna be one of those guys that's right there with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I mean, even though they aren't winning it, you don't hear anything about questions about the coaching. You don't hear any of that. It seems to be his team, which I like that recipe. Is let him build on it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, so
it's on Josh Allen's shoulders again. Honestly, it's on Josh Allen's shoulders.
It is, and if he gets hurt, they're definitely fucked.
Oh yeah, so
but that's with every fucking team in the league. So do you want to go over our official predictions for the standings?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do it. This is the toughest one I've had so far, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Who are we doing first?
Well, we're gonna do our last place first.
Well, okay, so Patriots first.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots first. I got them sitting at 9-8. I don't see them having a losing record. I don't even see them. I think they at least stay even in the division.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I do.
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't have them at anything crazy. I have them at 7-10. That's a 2-game difference. It's not like that's a crazy difference. 2 games can go either way in the NFL real easy. But yeah, I don't see it, man. They're a tough team. That's the only reason I even got them to the 7 wins is they don't give up. They play fundamentally sound football, and you're gonna get wins just that way in the NFL because not every team can show up and do that every Sunday. So yeah. I mean, yeah, but they're nothing exciting. They're gonna be miserable team to watch. There's just,
I agree. I mean, it's not going to be
fans.
exciting. It's going to be Bill Belichick football. Run the ball. They'll do it pretty successfully. Will they do it successful enough to score a ton of points? Probably not. Will Mac Jones go out there and throw for 350 and 3 TDs? Probably not. One thing that I really want this team to do, and they didn't do last year, is use Kendrick Bourne. I mean, this guy is their number 1 receiver, and he was hardly on the fucking field last year. I mean, watching Patriot games, and I know Justin Childs, shout out to you, he noticed it right from the jump. He said, Kendrick Bourne's never on the fucking field, and it pisses me off. We spent all this money on him. He's our number 1 guy, and we don't even use him like that. So, I mean, hopefully they open it up.
Not wrong.
But yeah. So we'll go with our who do you think is going to be number 3 in this one? This is where it gets interesting.
This is where it gets tricky.
I think all 3 of these teams that are left could potentially win it.
I think I agree with you on that. I think I got to go Dolphins just because I feel like Jalen Ramsey, the injury, their defense already isn't my favorite in the secondary out of any of the teams in this division. I'm not a fan of the Dolphins defense. And Mike White. Tua and Mike White is a scary quarterback room to me. Tua, obviously, you know how these things happen. Once you start getting if he gets any questionable hit, they're pulling him off the field. They're doing a full evaluate. I mean, there's no gimme, he's going to be under a microscope. And you playing quarterback in the NFL, you kind of just get concussions at times,
Especially when you've already had concussions.
Usually, once you get it, it's one of those things that it's just going to keep happening. So I hate to say it.
Gang signs up. I mean, it's just
you do, and it's
just one of those things.
You don't want to see that.
It's kind of a deal breaker in a way.
It is, and
it's fucked up, but it's the truth.
He spoke about contemplating retirement after last. He said it was a thought. He spoke with his family about it. So I mean,
fuck yeah, I'm surprised he's not retired.
Yeah. I kind of thought he was gonna. To be honest with you, he seems like a smart kid, but what you gonna do? So yeah, I got them there. I got them at 11-6 because I don't know. It's a talented team.
Yeah,
it's hard to find losses in a way.
that ain't too far off what I got them. I got them sitting at 10-7, and yes, they are my third team as well. And yeah, I'm gonna pretty much reiterate what you said. Tua is gonna get hurt eventually, whether even it's a concussion at all. I mean, this guy has an injury past in its own, regardless of head injuries. He's gonna have a few games where he's not playing, probably 4 or 5. I'm predicting at the minimum. Will Mike White be able to step in and keep this offense on track? And will this defense be able to stop people from scoring points? It kind of all depends on what teams they start playing when these injuries occur. I'm gonna have them sitting at 10-7 though because of that. This team is absolutely talented around at the quarterback position. And obviously, when Tua is playing, don't get me wrong, Tua is a really, really good quarterback. He proved that last year. When he's on, and this team is as deadly as any other fucking team in the league. But
couldn't agree more. You just don't know. You don't know. And it's not even one of those guys where like he's just the way he's built. Even you're like, oh, he can take it. You look at Josh Allen, you're like, go out there, run for
that boy.
I'm not worried. Get the fuck up, buddy. Exactly. Yeah. Go play linebacker and run over at fullback and play both sides. I mean, that dude is just built different. Tua just doesn't have that football player build per se. Kind of the same thing with Bryce Young. I worry about with Alabama quarterbacks, but. So that, I mean, it hopefully stays healthy. Their offense has the potential to be right there. We saw it last year, explosive with Tua and freaking Jalen Waddle. Oh my goodness, man! I mean, they run wild.
And Cheetah, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
great Madden team.
Yes, absolutely. You could air it out all day. So, but We'll see what they do.
Yep. All right.
They
so
could
we'll
win
move
it
on.
too. You never know. They could win it.
They
I could
could
see it and not be surprised.
We're going with the second in the division. It's getting even tighter right now. I'm going to start off. I'm going to say, drum roll, please.
Okay, Blake Laser.
Fucking A. The New York Jets will be the second in the division. I have them at 11-6, and here's why. They're going to start off slow. There will be growing pains, and also, they're the Jets. Let's just not forget about that. There's organizations are bad for a reason, you know.
Fumble.
They're bad for a fucking reason, and it's not. You can't just bring in Brett Favre and make him turn into a fucking Super Bowl all those years ago. You can't just take an Aaron Rodgers and now all of a sudden they're just fucking the most elite team in the league. Now, I'm not saying they can't be that with them. They have the pieces around them.
For sure.
I'm just talking, if I had to predict it, I'm going to fucking take, they're going to be the second place. And it all has to do with the organization. I'm not saying they're going to be bad. I mean, 11-6, that gets them in the playoffs and they can do whatever they want from there. I'm just saying they're going to be 11-6 and they're going to be the third or the second best team in that division.
I actually have the same record prediction. I only have them over the Dolphins and tiebreakers. I think they're, but yeah, kind of the same thing you just reiterated. It's just a little more unknown. I think it'll all click. The first 4 weeks will be up and down for sure, but it's Aaron Rodgers. I think you'll figure it out. And they have the talent to just, blow exactly like I was saying earlier. Playoffs, not a team you want to see. It's just you don't want to run into them. Their defense is good. Aaron Rodgers. Like, this is one where you could flip a coin. Any of these three teams could win it. But yeah, I got the same thing. Jets 11-6.
Okay. So then that means you got them as the third or the second best?
Second best, yeah, which means we have the same rankings.
We got the
here.
Same exact. Yep. This is probably the most even we've been out of all these predictions.
This is which is crazy because you could flip this division. Also,
absolutely.
Besides the Patriots, you could flip this whole thing around if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, the fucking Buffalo Bills, we know what we're getting. Assuming Josh Allen stays healthy, which he does. He hasn't gotten hurt, and the guy takes a shit ton of hits.
Yep.
And assuming that this defense stays healthy. One thing that worries about them with me is their corners. They do have their safeties and Jordan Poirier and Micah Hyde.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
yep. They brought in Taylor Rapp too.
So they have it there, but this team was never built on their defense. This team's built on carrying on Josh Allen. How far will Josh Allen take them is how far they will go. He took them really far 2 years ago, and he really shit his pants in the Cincinnati game, snow game. But
yeah,
I still think this guy's fucking second best quarterback in the league, and I'd love to have him on my team. And I think he has the potential to lead this team to a 12-5 record, and I like their head coach. So it's been done before, so I'm expecting it to be done again, them taking the division.
I have the same exact thing, 12-5. So we got a lot of agreement here. This is funny. But yeah, same thing you said. And Josh Allen, we were both talking about the risk, but like I said, I just think the chance of him getting injured is just very, very slim. And even like if you lose Diggs, there's a chance you can come back from that. You lose Allen, you're screwed. As long as they have Allen, just like any game with Mahomes, you took away Cheetah and he was fine. It really didn't skip a beat. It's great quarterbacks are great quarterbacks for a reason. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So great quarterbacks are great quarterbacks for a reason. And sometimes when it's time for them to prove it, they just come up and prove it. So I don't have many concerns. My only concerns come what happens in the playoffs, which I think is every Bills fan and anyone watching the Bills
since the fucking late 80s, early 90s. That's been
every time
concern.
It's been, can they get all the way there? And God, I would love to see him break it. You kind of root for the Bills. They're one of those franchises that has just been shitty, but you don't hate them. They're not one of those towns. You can't. You respect.
Kind of feel bad
They're
for
fans.
them in a way.
I'm actually next season. I got games I'm going to this year. I've already bought tickets for, but next season I plan to go to a Buffalo game in Buffalo because it's only a fucking 7-8 hour drive for me. And I think that'd be a hell of a fucking experience, man.
Real
Jump
quick,
through
what
a
game?
Fucking table.
What games are you going to this year? Real quick.
All right, so I got the Giants Seahawks October 2nd. Mikey the Ginge coming out for that one. He's flying out here up in New York, Monday Night Football. That'll be fun.
Yep.
I got Baltimore Ravens and Seahawks November 5th in Baltimore. I got my brother coming out for that. Fucking Cade, check out his music. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
And my dad's coming out for the New Year's Eve game. We got the Niners playing in DC on New Year's Eve. So that'll be a good one too. Yeah.
Okay.
So some good games this year. And I got a lot of baseball games, Orioles games. Just got tickets to Felix Bautista bobblehead night.
Good shit.
Weeks.
Good shit. Yeah. We got about 45 seconds here. Let's wrap it up. Thank you to everyone who's paying attention, watching the TBloom Talk Show, who's following us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, the whole nine. TBloom Talk Show at Sir Charles Spates, the 8th. Spites.
There we go.
Sir Charles Spites, the 8th.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're going to close it out. Thank you, Blake Laser, for doing what you do. Sir Charles, thank you for joining me. I know you're busy, man. Yeah. With that being said, TBloom. We out.